When the woman went downstairs to throw away the garbage, the cleaning lady stopped her and asked her why only pre-cooked food had been eaten in her house lately. Hearing this, the woman was shocked and filled with suspicion. She ran home, opened the refrigerator, and found it full of ready-made food. Instantly, she remembered the dinner her husband had cooked the previous night, and the women's socks she had found on the sofa. She immediately realized her husband was cheating on her. To confirm her suspicions, she went to her husband's bedroom and took a used pair of socks from the drawer. Bending down, she saw a used condom under the bed. She remembered that she had been away for 2 months for work and had returned just that day. She no longer had any doubts that her husband was unfaithful. After investigating for herself, the woman discovered the identity of her lover. She had thought she would be a wealthy woman, but to her surprise, she was simply the receptionist at the club in the building, and she had betrayed her 8-year marriage for her first love. After confirming this, the woman hatched a plan for revenge. She found someone who had been through a similar situation and offered $500 million in exchange for his help. The man couldn't refuse such a large sum. When everything was ready, the next day the woman took her husband to a club in front of his girlfriend. She said she would be traveling for a few days and pulled out a card with $100 million in it, saying it was for the purchase of her sister-in-law's house. As she had imagined, the girlfriend couldn't hide her excitement. Little did she know it was all a trap. Greed is impossible to overcome, and this was their biggest weakness. As soon as the woman left, the girlfriend immediately called the man and said she wanted a chain. The husband, believing it to be true love, promised to use the $100 million to buy her whatever she wanted. He also told her to delete the call records. But what they didn't know was that the woman had installed a listening device on her husband's phone, recording all their conversations and messages. Providing evidence, the assistant asked why she was doing all this when there was already enough evidence to send the man to jail. The woman then explained that her husband's family wasn't wealthy, but they valued appearances. For all those years, they took advantage of her as if she were their gold mine. The girlfriend's past was also dark. Her mother died in a difficult childbirth. She spent the compensation, and she was responsible for her father's death. Once out of jail, she became involved in gambling and betting. That's why the woman convinced her husband she had given him $100 million. She knew that sooner or later, she would try to seize everything, and then it would be easy to frame her for attempted theft and assault. With everything ready, the revenge plan began, and that night the girlfriend went to jail. She went to the man's house but couldn't open the door with her notebook. Thinking she was clever, she decided to jump the floodgates to get inside. Unbeknownst to her, the woman had already changed the locks and activated the fingerprint reader. She was simply waiting for her lover to step inside. When the helper confirmed everything was going according to plan, the woman moved on to the next step. She called her husband's parents and told them she had won $1 million on a business trip. She wanted to donate the money to their daughter's house. Her in-laws were immediately delighted and asked them to come to her house to collect it. They happily agreed. Thus, the woman was ready to reveal the truth to the entire family.